My main objective every single fucking day was to wake up and go do some criminal ass shit. I wanted to be the one who was most feared so I can run my operation. That was my sole objective as a crime boss, was just to go out there and do the worst things to the worst people. My life's philosophy then and my life's philosophy now. Let's start with my past life's philosophy. My main objective every single fucking day was to wake up and go do some criminal ass shit. Whether it be take over a neighborhood, whether it be find a new substance or drug that I can sell or break down, find whatever it is, organization that's in opposition or a threat and completely dismantle them. My life's philosophy every single day was to wake up and be the hardest motherfucker. Not the biggest. I just wanted to be the realest. I wanted to be the one who was most feared so I can run my operations. This was my life's philosophy. It wasn't family, it wasn't health, it wasn't learning, it wasn't love, none of that shit. It was strictly being a fucking menace to my society at the highest level. So, what did I used to do? I used to study my OGs. I used to study the best ones in that life, right? Like the mobsters or the cartels, whether it be through a resource, whether it be through someone I knew personally, that I knew them personally. And I just wanted to really study their behaviors, their thought process. How did they think? How did they operate on the daily? And this is what I was just focused all around. This was my full like that this was all that was in my paradigm, all that was in my element. I didn't want to know nothing else. When I came around family, I felt uncomfortable. I couldn't talk or have a constructive conversation with somebody about something that wasn't what I was thinking about. So I avoided. I tried to stay away from any family gatherings because that just wasn't my place. It took me out of my element. Similar to what I'm doing now, but again, complete paradigm opposites. So that was my sole objective as a crime boss, was just to go out there and do the worst things to the worst people. Now, don't get me wrong, as cutthroat as I was, I made sure that, and again, this is something that, because I indirectly did the complete opposite, right? But directly, I just made sure that the other criminals, the other gangs or organizations in my neighborhood, kingpins in my neighborhood, were not using children, women, or elderly people in their crosshairs. And I was just like the baddest of the bad people. That was my title. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be the worst of the worst. I wanted to be the most feared of the scariest motherfuckers in Miami. And that was just such an immature fairy tale of fucking way of thinking, right? Thinking now shifting to the now, to my philosophy of life now. All right, let me just compare again: hate, violence, drugs, right? Everything illegal, extortion, all of what you can think of, you name it, I've done it. This was my philosophy. Right now, having the complete opposite, where I love really deep, I nurture, right? I build up instead of break down. Would it be myself, would it be the people around me, would it be the people in my community, right? I'm as sober as they fucking can get. And instead of studying the worst of the people, I'm studying the greatest of the people. I'm studying the people who are changing the most lives. These are the people that I am gravitating towards in seminars, and I'm flying places, and I'm hiring them. I'm in masterminds where this is all I want to be around. So this goes to show you, fuck your excuses, fuck your victim ass story of you cannot become somebody because of either your upbringing or who you've been or what you've done is bull fucking shit. I'm calling you out on your bullshit. What you can do, Okay. And again, I'm going to tell you the main difference of what really made the change here, right? Let me just start there, right? I was operating from my lower conscious in my past life. This was a state of consciousness that I was operating from my lower self, that little bitch that we all have inside of us. To now, I am operating at my higher conscious. I'm not a religious person, whatever you believe in, whether it be the universe, whether it be your God. I believe in my higher conscious. So when you hear that little voice talking to you, telling you this is what you have the possibility of becoming, that is your higher conscious. That's your higher power, however you want to perceive it, right? This is the level of who I'm operating from. Now, again, this little motherfucker still lives in all of us. It's just very important that you make sure that this motherfucker up here is so much louder. It's the one who is overruling and making your decisions, the one delegating all your decisions, not your fucking bad choices. That's literally all that changed to make me believe I can come from here, this little bitch of a fucking boy I used to be, to the man that I am today. All right. And my philosophies are all around health. I prioritize myself, number one. All right. I grew up in a religious household where you will put your God first, right? I still put myself first mentally, emotionally, physically, which pours into the spiritual. Because in order for me to be a great father to my children and my family, all right, a great husband to my fiance, soon to be wife, all right, to my people, which is number three, all right, let's name them all. Me, myself, have to put yourself, you have to put yourself first. All right, it took me very long to understand this. I'm not going to put nobody before my children. You stupid. It took me a very long time to understand this. And the only way you could put your children first is by becoming the person that your children need. That's why I put myself first every single day. Children, family, second. Close second. Third is impact and income. All right, the impact that I've been able to make is a direct reflection. The income I've been able to make is a direct reflection of the impact I've had on people. So I used to have a very bad relationship with money because I used to make my money doing all the wrong things. Now I know that what I'm doing is with the greatest intentions and it's really changing lives like drastically. So all it's allowing me to do is help more and more and more people. And money is a vehicle, not just to freedom, but to more impact. So wherever you're good at, wherever you were the worst at, like myself, it's probably what you can possibly be the best at. And and that's my way of operating now, right? So again, I don't give a fuck who you are, what you came up in, the story that you repeat in your mind every single day. It's possible. It's not impossible. You are possible. You just have to come from here and to kill this little bitch of a voice through here. How did I do that when I knew nothing? The vehicle of exercise and nutrition. Everything is a vehicle. Understand that everything is a vehicle. You jump in it, you ride it. What can you learn from it? So before I was able to be a husband or a boyfriend, just to start, right? I had to learn the character traits that would attract a quality partner. I learned that through finding myself through exercise and nutrition. Exercise, structure, discipline, valuing myself, loving myself enough to care for myself at the highest level, meaning like the shit I put in my mouth, the shit that I consume through my eyes and my ears, through the media, all that. I had to cut all that off. Had to put myself first. And I structured discipline and I built tolerance up through exercise. I built my willpower and my temptation muscle, right, through nutrition. Nutrition, dieting, food is your strongest form of self-discipline. Know that, right? And this is where I learned how to build all the character traits that has me in the position that I am today. And again, I'm just starting. You need to start.